know, he knows. He's just playing it safe from out. He's just getting those roaches. He knows there's no place for tech. There's been constant warp-ins. There hasn't been a single second there hasn't been a warp-in. And those links in the base of Shauna actually, although not killing too much, they killed the sentry here and there, and they kept the army back. They forced a lot of defensive warp-ins. Now, Iasonu gets aggressive with the links once again. Good. I thought he was going to get aggressive with the roaches. That's not a good call. You need to be defensive. You need to save your third. The only way for Shauna to get back into this game is getting a huge amount of warp-ins and just go for the third base. And here we go. That's still a decent amount of sentries. We have 4 sentries with energy, about 1 force field each. Almost 2 each soon. And it looks like he's just going for the big flank here. We have a lot of roaches then back coming out as well. And here comes the force. Oh, they're good enough. 3, 4, but that's not enough. That's going to be GG. And we have Iasonu in the round of 16 with a 2-1 versus Shauna. So Shauna, who was kind of what would we call it? Like he was almost a favorite. I would bet on him if I would bet on anyone to get through the group. So he goes down to the rubber match. That is interesting, if anything. Now, with that, we have Iasonu moving on in the round of 16. We have moving down to the rubber match. Ezreal will face, was it Tin? I would think it was Tin, right? Ting, right, Ting. So Ezreal versus Ting in the loose match, and the winner will be facing Shauna in the rubber match. So, well, right now, I think everyone's setting up for the rubber match. Of course, that's what people told me it's called at least, which is the winners, like we have the winners loser versus the loser's winner. Sorry, no, it's not the rubber match, it's the loser's match now, and then the rubber match. There we go. And now I don't hit myself, so I can actually focus perfectly, which is great. Yes, sucked. I actually like this, that people start to hold these all-ins. I like seeing all-ins come once in a while, but when you see all-ins every single game, I just hope for someone to hold them. You know, you don't want to see a 7-gate win every single game, unless that's what you like, yes. But you know, it's the same timing every time now. I feel Shauna, I don't know why he wants to go for the 7-gate every time. I think maybe it was kind of a mind game thing that he thought that, you know, you're not gonna go 7 gates 3 games in a row. No one does that. Well, Shauna does. But I'm using incorrectly. Okay, because I was told that the rubber match is the winner's loser and the loser's winner. But of course, I'm not a pro at this. I'm just like, you know, I'm not pro if it's called rubber match or not, because it's a sports term. Okay, Joe Goblin back. Thank you, Joe. That is awesome. So let's see here. We had some feedback earlier, I think. Let's see. There was someone who in the chat I saw before. What was it again? I think it was. Yes. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of money like from like own pockets down in this event. So, like from own pockets. So you know, really big shout out to Joe here for, you know, making this work. He's the one who sets everything up and everything. So, you know, if you want to help him out, there's a donate button just below here. Of course, you know, follow Esports Heaven on Twitter to show your support. Follow us here to show that you really like the content. If you do, of course. Now, you know, otherwise, if you feel like, no, I don't want to donate, I don't want to follow, I don't have a Twitter, I don't have a Facebook, and I don't have a Twitch account, well, you just, you know, chill, get something to drink, lay back and watch some StarCraft, because, you know, these are some pretty awesome games, to be honest. It's very high paced. There's a lot of things happening all the time, and it's pretty amazing, to be honest. We've seen so many different builds in these Chinese qualifiers, or qualifiers. I keep saying qualifiers. I'm so used to WCS qualifiers. In these groups, we've seen so many different builds that it's very interesting to see this. You know, everything from All In to Phoenix Colossi versus Pure Marauder. It's everything you've ever thought of. Every fan fiction you've ever written about StarCraft is here. Let's say here, yeah. I have to agree with Big Mouse. I feel Shana for us to go for an all-in all the time. Although I have to say, Iasonu, that was a very solid hold. It looked close for a few times, but it was more like if he made a mistake, Shana could have, you know, used that mistake. It wasn't really that he was in danger of dying completely, unless he's messed up somewhere. Oh yes, that was Iasonu. Was that Iasonu? Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not reading off the chat right now, by the way. But yeah, he was removed in season 3. Yes, I remember now. So, yes, of course, guys, if you just tune in, I see that new people keep tuning in all the time. This GPL, Golden Pro League, the Chinese equivalent of WCS. Now, give me one sec. Actually, I have, no, I have a plan of this. There we go. Okay, so I just realized, because I'm having some weird feedback from Skype. Like, Skype is bugging me out, because if you wonder why, like, I stopped talking for a second or so, it's because I oh, okay, good. And it was like, you know, Skype kind of bugged out or something, because I could hear myself with a faint echo, and it, like, you know, still there was no mic on or anything, so I was kind of like hearing my own thoughts I said like 5 seconds ago again, and I was like, oh god, I'm going in loops. It's like if you, I don't know, it's like one of those weird stories or something. Someone like, oh, I dreamt this dream, and then I dreamt I was dreaming that I was dreaming about dreaming. It's like, what? You just go into thought loop or something. But anyhow, that's sorted out, and we are getting ready for the losers match. Now, it's going to be Ezrek versus Ting. Not 100% sure. I think we're waiting for player. Of course, Neo TV, of course, covering this event in Chinese as well. Oh, sorry. I was told not to say Chinese, so I'm gonna say in Mandarin or Cantonese. I'm not sure which one they're using. As I said, I am very bad with culture. I might learn as time goes on. I'm still a bit new to this scene. I have to be honest with you guys. Is my voice messed up? Well, that's not nice whatsoever. That's a very mean thing to say, Dig Mouse. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it was Skype, of course. I'm just joking with you. So anyhow, we are getting ready here. So it looks like we have a ZVP on Catalina. Now let's introduce our players. It's going to be in the 1230 position, as I said before. The blue Protoss player, he goes by the name of Ting. And his opponent in the left-hand side, as the red Sug player, it is going to be Ezrek. Was that correct? I think it was Ezrek. They have so weird names. Yes. EZRK. It's EZRC. So, Ezrek. I think that's correct. If I butcher the name, please do enlighten me. I try my best here. It's very hard sometimes. But yes, we are here in the losers match. And of course, the one who gets through here does have another chance in the last series here to see if he can get through to the round of 16. Of course, there is a pretty nice prize pool with this event. Let's see, it's what's the entire prize pool? It's around 13,000 US dollars. 13,000 US dollars. That's a pretty nice prize pool for just a region. So very, very nice prize pool. It looks like you know, a lot of Chinese players are willing to you know, play for it and really fight for it. A lot of players, you can see, have prepared builds, and you know, I think someone like Digmar said, Shana seemed a bit rusty, but take Sarunu for instance, who just played a very solid kind of defensive style as soon as as soon as he saw what style his opponent was going for. Now double gas going down here from Ting, and I feel, you know, with this double gas, we are going to see a very early tech play. He's going to wall off his top ramp. Now, there's an Overlord, though, coming in here, and he's going to see, with the current rally, there are 2 gases. Now, there are 2 in each, so just as in PvP, you won't see your super, super early Proxy Oracle, Proxy DT shenanigans right away, but it depends when he adds that that 5th and 6th probe. And of course, you only get 1 gas usually if you want to go for like a gateway into Nexus, into Cybercore. So we'll see what he wants to do with all this gas. Now, a probe comes out here. Of course, scouting is a gateway opening. Ezra here will know that there is no pressure coming out for some time. Until about 7 minutes, you can't really see anything unless there's something proxied, etc. But there's only there are only 2 in each gas, so it would be a bit too late to see something super early proxied. And I think Ezra, you know, of course, very aware of this, will be scouting around the map a bit, but also keep tabs on when that Nexus goes down, because we still don't have a Nexus. It will go down in just a second or so, around 4:15. So with a probe coming out here, he knows where Ezric is, and it's not like he's scouting for Ezric. He's actually putting himself in a very good location for maybe a proxy pylon, maybe some proxy structures. That is one of my first initial thoughts. But it looks like right now we don't see a Zealot, we instead see a Sentry on the way. So Lings will be able to damage a probe a bit, but won't be doing all too much in the main base. That one probe there already out on the map will be ready to set up any kind of proxies. And I feel right now, this is probably what he's after. I mean, you don't go to this location unless you want to have a proxy building. You don't get a proxy pylon just here, just random pylon. There's no point in it. So we see the Twilight Council. I'm calling DTs right now. I'm just calling DTs. Yeah, I think that's the kind of only explanation for this weird probe. Now, Ezric is just scouting everything, like all over the map. He's just looking for whatever it could be. He sees a sentry, he sees something building the gateway, but he doesn't see a massive amount of gateways. Did he see the Twilight though? That's the question. No, he has not scouted the Twilight, and it's an in-base DT shrine. Okay, so maybe he's just hiding the probe here. It's a very interesting location, but it's one of the last you'd ever look at. So maybe he will just go down, get a proxy pylon, and then get those DTs, because he's not going to run from his main. That is like one of the first rules of DTs. You don't do that. But this is a good response here from Ezrek, who I haven't been focusing on way too much. He has 3 bases. He's droning up like a madman, but he also is getting a spore per base. This is the one way DTs will have a really hard time against a solo player. Now, there is 1 Ling on map. 1. So he needs to get those Lings out as soon as possible. And as soon as the Roach one finishes, he needs to get those Roaches out. Now, DTs are going to be out before the Roaches, especially if this probe gets a closer proxy pylon. There is an Overlord actually on the way here to scout the DT shrine. Exactly rallied to the best location possible. He might just see it in time. The sentry's coming out, and he sees it. He just sees it a 10th of a second before that Overlord goes down. He sees the finished dog shrine, and now he knows, okay, time to get things done. Like, I need to get Lings out, I need to get a few Roaches out, and 22 Lings on the way. He has 1 spore per base. And the annoying thing is, for For Ting here, he doesn't know. He doesn't know.